What's up, metal and heavy music fans? It's Flight of Icarus again with MetalTrenches.com, and it's that time again for me to check out your latest requests and recommendations for underground metal albums on Bandcamp. And hey, if you like to be kept up to date with the best and brightest metal bands and albums from the underground and above, then stick with me by hitting that subscribe button down below. Alright, we're going to kick things off with Knives out of Spain. Got some HM2 going on here, I think. Crusty, gnarly D beats. Hell yeah. All that good stuff. Great energy. I sampled just a little bit of this and I was like, oh yeah. Just good high intensity, razor blade riffs. Lots of fun. 7 tracks. Only €5 for digital. Definitely not one-hit wonder either. Very similar energy throughout, it seems like. Just kind of jumping around here, checking some stuff out. Ooh, little southern flair to these. Awesome. I love that. Yeah, this is fantastic. This is right up my alley right here. This is what I get down with. Some decent kind of dynamics too. Like a little slower, more kind of traditional, kind of melancholic crust opener. But yeah, all around digging this. Again, that is Knives with KOLLAPS, and we're gonna keep on moving. All right, next up we've got Arcaeon with Cascadence, and this is a returning band. I liked their single that they shared so much that I thought I'd check out some more of the album, which is now out. 12 tracks. It's like a progressive metalcore band. If you like stuff like Periphery especially, lots of similarities there. Those vocals are pure Spencer, man. Great singing, great screaming, awesome riffs. Familiar stuff. I mean, it's that same kind of like Architect's blueprint for a lot of the guitars. Little animals as leaders, a little Periphery. Yeah, really enjoyable. I am really looking forward to digging into this one a lot more. Just good energy here. I got a little like video game intro too, which is very alpha. Yeah, this is excellent. So again, that is Arcaeon with Cascadence. Definitely give it a listen. I know I'm going to be checking it out more in full. All right, then we have KOLLAPS with the Pandemic Sessions out of Sweden. 4-piece post-metal. Kind of sludgy sound too. A very bleak, cold sound. Just a 2-song EP. A nice little trudge through ice and snow, it feels like, or cold waters. Nice chugging riffs, inspired by Breach, Cult of Luna, Neurosis, and others. Definitely feeling that Cult of Luna reference points. Got good atmosphere too. Production could use a little bit of work. It's got a little bit of a roughness to it, which kind of fits, but it sounds great. Like, this sounds really intense, like just battering stuff. Cool. Yeah, I dig it. Again, that is KOLLAPS, I think, just KOLLAPS with the Pandemic Sessions. All right, then we have Postuma with Ruminating out of Madison, Wisconsin. So some fellow Midwesterners here. Oh yeah. Is that like screamo stuff here? I like that. I like the cover too. Simple but effective. Noisy. I like this little symbol they have too for the band. Just 3 songs for this one. They're kind of emotive, screamo-y, post-hardcore, MySpace core kind of stuff. Great guitar. It's got that raw emotion to it. This is totally something that I would have just been listening to on repeat on my Discman in the 2000s. Great drumming, too. Ooh. Part reminded me a little bit of like Bossa de Naga there. Yeah, all three of these tracks seem like they've got something to offer. Dig that. Awesome. Yeah, I'm down with it. Again, that is Postuma and Ruminating. Alright, then we've got Burke Yagli with Symphony of Humanity of Cyprus. Guitarist, composer, producer. Concept album, third-person point of view of the frames of minds and certain phenomena. Then the catalyst of disastrous events of humanity. Soundtrack, music, progressive metal, gents. Pretty sure it's all instrumental, but with the samples. That's kind of a cool picture. Again, reminded me a little bit of like Mendel's stuff. Definitely a lot of political context going on here with these samples. We got some piano. Oh, George Carlin. That's my man right there. George Carlin, best comedian of all time. Prove me wrong. Change my mind.
And the generation is coming up now.
I feel like there's just so much heavy stuff going on right now that I need music that allows me to escape that. So the samples aren't really for me right now. It's a little much, but the strings, the piano, the guitars... Dude seems very talented. I'd be interested to see a version without the samples. Ooh, that was a cool intro. Yeah, see, like this is my speed right here. No samples, just let the music do the talking. Let the music do the expression. Very proggy. Yeah, this is cool. So again, that is Burke Yagli with Symphony of Humanity. Alright, then we have Isolated Antagonist with Gift of Failure. It's a little single here. Got a couple different songs you can check out. But I thought I'd share these guys. This guy commented actually on my Industrial Metal for Dummies video, and we had a nice conversation. So I thought I'd showcase his stuff. Got a little bit of like that Fear Factory vibe to those guitars. But the vocals remind me a little bit more of like Rammstein in their simplicity. Then we got the singing parts though that, again, it kind of remind me a little bit more of Fear Factory again. A little rough around the edges, but I think they're onto something here. I love this artwork too. So yeah, if you're into industrial metal, this is something you might want to check out. And again, they've got a couple different songs. And I believe more on the way, if I remember. They're out of Massachusetts. So yeah, that is Isolated Antagonist with Gift of Failure. Alright, then we have Greylock and Bedtime with their splits. Bedtime out of Boston. More like post-hardcore. A little screamo-y too. Hell yeah. Ooh, crusty vocals on here. Ooh, I like that. This is mood music. Big mood. Good head bobbing, vibing music. A little bit of like Converge in there. But also a lot of that like Norwegian and Scandinavian vibe hardcore. A little darker. Hell yeah, I like this. I'm not a huge fan of splits, but lots of energy, very live sounding. It sounds like a great live band. Let's check out Greylock. They've got the first half here. Ooh, are they gonna have like a sludgier, doomier vibe? Oh yeah. That's an interesting split right there. Like, these two bands could not be more different. Okay, they got some faster stuff too. Sort of. This reminds me more of like Primitive Man. I almost feel like they should have interlaced their tracks instead of doing slow half, fast half. Or put the slow stuff last as like the palette cleanser. Okay, they do have some faster stuff here too. Also kind of like Primitive Man. They got their faster moments. I like the vocals. Got that intense echo quality to them. Very cool. So yeah, again, that is Greylock and Bedtime-Magic with their split. Then we have Angus Die with Angeist from a French label. I guess this is a Japanese band. Like black metal mixed with like kind of this more epic flavor to it too. Ooh. Some nice tapping there. Pretty cool. The screeches kind of remind me of Cradle a little bit. They get pretty high pitched. There's like a symphonic vibe to this too. Decent variety in the vocals. Really interesting. Man, it seems like it goes all over the place too. We got some organ here. Lots going on. Yeah, this seems like I'm probably missing big chunks of even their sounds just skipping around, but yeah, this is good. I just have not gotten enough like really great black metal that caught my attention so far this year, but I like this. I like this a lot. So this is Anguis Dei with Angeist from Drakkar Productions. Alright, then we have Pythonissam, From Beyond, From Below. It's a discordant, psychedelic-infused funeral doom with members from North Dakota and Wisconsin. It's that super slow depression music that I'm admittedly not a huge fan of, but I know some people love it. Quest for Metal, eat your heart out. This is right. This is for you and your ilk. The big slow, the big brooding misery porn. Like, I kind of get it. I kind of get why people get into it. It's just not for me. It's just not for me, though. So you'll have to help me out in the comments. What do you like about this stuff? Tell me more. Help me understand. I like my stuff fast. I want it to get me pumped, not to drag me down. But I suppose I've had my days, too. But yeah, that is Pythonissam, From Beyond, From Below. Then we have Igor Lapo, Make the Sun Shine More, of St. Petersburg, Russia. I like this. More kind of symphonic flair. It's like progressive metal, symphonic metal. It's a cool shot with the sunlight coming from between the buildings. Neo-prog, progressive metal, progressive rock. I like this a lot. I'm learning to appreciate the progressive metal bands with the clean vocals more and more. I could see people who maybe are into like Dream Theater and stuff getting into this. But there's definitely this whole like atmospheric symphonic element to it too. Cool little intro. Just 5 tracks, but it seems like a lot happening in a short amount of time here. That's very Opeth right there. This is the Opeth love track for sure. Oh, but then that was cool. That was almost like Nintendo chorus stuff right there, mixed with like traditional 70s prog. Well, between the Buried in Me, I guess. That's what that makes me think of the most. Yeah, lots of different styles and textures here. I like these electronic elements. It's like Stranger Things synth. Very cool. A little bit of like dream pop mixed in there in a weird way. But yeah, that is Igor Lapo, another album that I would consider probably one of my favorites so far of today. So yeah, check him out. Then we have Prophet Isaiah with Div Dead. Say Pennsylvania. Scranton! Out of Scranton, home of The Office, American version. More samples.
Just to scare the shit out of the middle class.
We just got 4 tracks here. Kind of synthy, soundscapey stuff. Seems more like droney. Darkwave, electronic, ambient are the labels here.
How many of you there are? Never let the manicure again.
So for those of you who enjoyed like that, if you're new to ambient, like I'm relatively new, but I've been trying stuff for a couple years now. But if you like that new Loathe album that was all ambient, this is the type of stuff you might want to check out. Good like background music, palette cleanser. Not something I listen to regularly, but some stuff I really love. Like especially every now and then I can just pop on the Silent Hill soundtrack, and Akira, man, he just does me right. He just takes me to a place. This track is cool. It's got some like Kevin Key vibes to it. This one's a little synthier. Yeah, cool. I should have put this at the end. It would have been the perfect like little cap to this whole thing. Wash my ears out of the heavier stuff. But yeah, that is Prophet Isaiah with Div Dead. And then we have Mucha, I think we're about to get loud again, out of Croatia. Judging by this cover, it doesn't look like a quiet cover. Black metal, death metal, doom metal, sludge metal. You can hear all those pieces coming together here. Very raw. Some bleak, aggressive stuff. Those like scratchy, kind of raspy black metal vocals. But hear that doomy side to the instrumentation. That plodding moroseness to it. It's more of that like make yourself not alive anymore music. That sort of thing. More misery mixed with bitterness. This may be my first Croatian band, so that's kind of cool. I was like, I need to have like a map behind me where I add a pin to every country that I sample on here. That would be kind of interesting. Oh, I like that. I like those dissonant little noisiness to it. Yeah, this is good bad day music. This would have been good music for when we were all iced in. But then I wouldn't have had any internet during that time, so not so much fun. But yeah, that's Mucha with Patologija Poniznosti? Something like that. Check them out. Alright, and then last we have Starer with 18 Degrees Below the Horizon. This has been sitting in my queue for a while, but just hadn't been fully released yet. If I recall, another more like kind of, yeah, atmospheric black metal though. Very simple cover. To complement the kind of empty void of the music. Oh, here we go. Here come the blast beats. It's got that very understated production. A very like distant sounding quality to it. That sort of cosmic black metal sound a little bit. I like it fits with this kind of like starry looking borders around the page. This is cool. I might want to like turn it up a little bit more to listen to it from here though. So I feel like a little bit more volume. This is much quieter than the other albums for some reason. I'm not sure if that's by design. Check out another track here. Nice little pounding drum intro. Bass drum sounds cool. Drums in general have an echoey. It's a nice little subtle bass groove here too. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm fucking talking too much, but yeah, this is a cool sounding track. Got a little bit of a groove to it. Yeah, I really like that bass. That's cool. This seems like an album where you could like peel off a bunch of different layers each time you like really sink your teeth into it. But again, that is Stare with 18 degrees below the horizon. Alright y'all, that is plenty for today. Let me know as always down in the comments which one was your favorite. Who else should I check out? Do you have other recommendations? And let's just have a conversation around these great bands. And I just want to thank you all too who continue to come back and watch this series. This started as a very like, you know, just my way of promoting as many smaller bands that I could, getting names of the little guys out there. It tended to be kind of one of the lower watched series, and now it's grown and grown to the point that these are like viable episodes where a large number of people, almost as many as watch the other videos, are watching these too, and that makes me very happy. So I hope we continue to grow this fan base for this, because ultimately I created this channel with the main goal of wanting to expose people to as much weird and under-respected and ignored music out there. And this is one of the best ways for me to do that. So thank you. Much appreciated. Please do stick around. I got a whole playlist of these, and then I've also got the full album reviews, interviews with bands on the podcast. You name it, we got it. Plenty of reasons to subscribe if you're new here. And of course, also chat with us on Discord and support on Patreon. But that'll do it for now. Flight of Icarus signing off. I will see you in the trenches.